Welcome to another Science with Tina. Today we're going to do a science project with ice. So I've got a big chunk of ice that I froze. I had a special dish and it had this nice bumpy edge on it, and when I poured the water in, it just formed right to the shape of that dish. And there's the bottom of it. It had a little funny bump on the bottom. So it's kind of a neat shaped piece of ice. And then this one here, in this bowl here, this clear round bowl, I've got some ice I have some chunks of ice that I just put into the bowl. I've got some big chunks of ice, and I have some just little cubes or just little pieces of ice that I put into this bowl. So we're going to see what happens when we start our experiment. So what I have today, if I've got a variety of different colors of food coloring in this container right here. I have a brush. I have some little what we call pipettes, or if you have an eyedropper or some sort of something sort of like that, that would work as well. And I have a shaker with salt. So in the winter time, when things get slippery on the road, you probably have seen the plows go by, and sometimes they've got a spreader on the back that spreads ice or the salt all over the road, and it melts that ice on the road so that it's safe for us to drive. So we're going to just check to see, we're going to have fun with this a little bit with the ice and see how that might work. So first I'm going to take this salt and I'm going to sprinkle it on top of my ice. This is kind of a nice clear piece right here. And if you listen very carefully, I hear it starting to crack a little bit. I can hear it here. Listen very, very carefully. I'm just going to sprinkle some of that salt on top. Ooh, I hear that. That salt is starting to melt that ice already. Here we go. And I'm going to move over to this bowl here, and I'm going to put that salt over here too. Keep listening. I hear it cracking and popping. It's interesting how that salt starts to melt that ice right away. Here we go. Ooh, I can see the cracks too. There we go. Lots of salt. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my pipettes, and I'm going to choose a color out of my dish here. This one here is, if you said green, you're right. I'm just going to start to drip that on top of the ice a little bit. And I think with the salt, it's already starting to melt a little bit and formed little crevices and lines right along. Oh, I'm putting a little bit of yellow with it this time. I'm mixing some yellow right along the edge. I'm going to move over to the blue this time. A little bit of blue and drip that on top. There. It's kind of interesting to watch because when I put that salt on it, we ended up with little lines. I put a little bit of blue in with that yellow. Ooh, I see it kind of just dripping down. Let's move over here a little bit. There we go. I'm going to turn it. Oh, what pretty colors it's making. Then I'm going to dip it into this color right here. That's that green one again. Let's try the red. There we go. A few drops of red all the way down. Kind of makes an interesting little pattern in all those lines, doesn't it? A little bit more over here. Ooh. That red is so pretty. I don't hear any more snapping anymore. When I first spread that salt on it, I was really hearing that snap, crackle, popping. I wonder what this color is. Let's check this one. I'm going to move over to this bowl here. Let's see. Ooh, what color do you see in that one? Let's do a little bit. I'm going to move this container right over here and just drip a lot on that. And do it again. I think it looks kind of neat as that salt etches into the ice. You see it dripping down the front there. There. go. Ooh, that's a pretty purple. Lay that one down. I'm going to turn it around as well. Let's get this other side. Maybe what I'll do, let's see if I'll put a little bit more salt on the top. Shake some more on there. And now with my brush, it'd be kind of fun to use my brush and see. I've got this pretty color orange right here. I'm going to dip that into that. Now my food coloring I've mixed with a little bit of warm water. So that also helps to melt some of that ice, that warm water. There, just brush it on. Look at that. I'm gonna mix this up here with that purple a little bit. Spin this back around here. And just play with the brushes and the pipettes and all the colors. There we go. Look at these beautiful colors we've made. Thanks for joining me today for the science experiment. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.